What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to share with you guys some of the best ways to make some side hustle money in 2023 and how to leverage that side hustle money to fund your SCHD or VOO or whatever your favorite dividend paying investment ETF is at a faster rate. Because we all know the faster you make contributions into your mutual funds, your index funds, or whatever index fund or whatever type of investment you have, the faster you'll be able to reap the rewards of huge returns. Now, before we get into all of this, I want to ask you guys, what's your favorite ETF? Drop me some comments down below. And this is actually one of my first lives, if not the first live on this particular channel. You guys know I got multiple channels. Oh, what's up, Jonas? I see you, man. Thank you for dropping me a comment, and hopefully you can hear me. I didn't even do a sound check on this one. But quick question for you guys. Have you ever dreamed of turning your passions into profits? Or maybe you're already turning your passion into profit. If you are, or if you've been dreaming about doing something like that, hit me up in the comment section down below. Let me know what you're thinking about doing that can help you to make more money online and on the side. Maybe you got a side hustle you do in person. Maybe you cut grass or do pressure washing, or maybe you run a social media marketing company. Just hit me up in the comment section down below. I'm always looking to learn. And that was one of the things I learned from millionaires. I've been studying millionaires for many, many years. And one of the things that millionaires always do is they're constantly learning. And regardless of, how successful millionaires become, the habits of millionaires remind them, and the coolest millionaires I've ever met, regardless of what their net worth is, they're very humble people. Like, they don't let their success go to their head. They can learn from anybody. And so anyway, I love to learn from you guys, as well as I like to share my information as well. But have you ever wondered how much money you could really earn from some of these side hustles? Like, maybe you've been thinking about doing a side hustle, but you might be thinking, well, I'm 40 years old, or I'm 50, or I'm 60 years old. It's too late for me. And if that resonates with you, hit me up in the comment section down below. But I want to let you guys know that I started a lot of different businesses, small businesses, home-based businesses, and different side hustles, both online and physical. And I've had a lot of failures. But one cool thing that I do know is that I've had a lot of successes. But one thing that is cool is that the failures helped me to learn how to become successful. So I didn't take the failures as a failure and quit. I took the failures as lessons. Jonas says, I own an online forum that has more than 1,500 members. That's a big deal, man. Been running it for 1 year only. The members are paying on a monthly basis, recurring. I think membership websites are amazing, but I want to take it to the next level. Jonas, big ups to you, my friend. Do you have a YouTube channel? I know you're posting in here. Obviously, you have a YouTube account, but I'm just wondering, do you have a YouTube channel? And also, how you driving traffic to your forum? What kind of value are you offering people where they're paying you on a monthly basis? I'd love to hear from you on that one. And good share, and congratulations on having 1,500 members in that group. That's a big deal. So one thing that can generate some income, some serious income, is freelancing. Now, you can definitely make some decent cash doing freelancing online, and freelancing is kind of a broad statement. Let's see. Will there be food auctions? Will people pay? Don't know anything about that one. But freelancing can definitely pay some decent cash. You may earn anywhere from $20 to $100 an hour doing freelancing. And freelancing could be like, you could be a freelance writer on Upwork or Fiverr. You could be a freelance video editor, maybe a thumbnail creator. You can do marketing. In fact, I was in a doctor's office just yesterday, and I was actually talking to my doctor about why he had so few reviews on Google. And the funny thing was, is the doctor, he was like, well, we hand out these flyers, or not, it wasn't a flyer, it was like a card, and it's basically like like a really big business card, like a 5x7. Anyway, he said we hand these out and we ask our patients to leave us a review or something like that. I'm like, dude, I've been going to you for like 16 years. You only have like 100 reviews on Google, and you're amazing. So I spoke with him briefly. Next thing you know, he wanted to hire me to run his marketing campaign, because I explained to him what I would do if I were him running his business. And he was like, "Hey, just write me a proposal, send me a quote, and let's do business." And I was like, I was literally just trying to help him. So you could actually like freelance marketing services. And even if you're not the best at marketing, you could hire people who are, and literally just sell the service. So in other words, just to say, you work with dentists or, doctors or whoever you happen to work for or work with, who has a high value clientele. Like if I bring a client to a doctor, that client's going to make that doctor thousands of dollars, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars per client. So it works really well where you work for businesses or business owners that have a high value client, because now the amount you're charging is worth it to you, but it's really worth it to them, because they're like, hey, for every client you bring me, they're going to probably spend, 10, 15, 20, 30, maybe even $100,000 over the lifetime of having that client, because most people stay with their doctor for years. Anyway, so let me see. Jonas says, I got the first few hundred members from sharing my website with people on Reddit through DMs. I will find subreddits that was affiliated with the niche that I'm in and DM people from there. The website is doing well. 35,000 to 4,000 visitors per month. Big deal. Thank you for sharing that with the community, Jonas. I'm impressed, and big ups to you. Congratulations, and keep growing it, my friend. So yeah, freelancing's a big deal. You can be a freelance writer, maybe even a voiceover. Many people would love to just kind of like get paid to speak, and you don't even have to have like a great voice. Some people, I've seen so many different voiceover opportunities where you could make, $200, $300 just for speaking for like 30 minutes, simply because someone needs your voice. Maybe they need your accent. They don't want to use AI because AI isn't perfected yet, and they would rather have a real human read something or say something, and they want your voice. So anyway, freelancing, voice overs, voice acting, those are real deals, and they can pay. And I'm seeing voice actors making like literally $200 for 30 minutes, $400, $500 for an hour. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. I spoke to a Lyft driver the other day. We got a ride to the airport, and I was asking, hey, are you guys doing pretty good? And he was telling me how much he makes driving Lyft, and he drives for both Lyft, Uber. He does Uber Eats. He does like all of these different platforms and services. But he was telling me how much he was making, and I was like, wow, like it really wasn't that good. In fact, it was so bad because when you factor in the cost of waiting in between jobs or waiting in between deliveries, the wear and tear on his car, the maintenance, the risks of being in an accident, the risks of having a rowdy customer get in the backseat of his car, it was like, man, it's not even worth it. But it's a grind. Anyway. So the next thing I want to share with you guys is online courses. And again, the goal is to take this money that you're making. You're taking some of this active income and you're turning it into passive income by taking the profits from these side hustles, from these ways of making money online, and you're putting that money into passive income generation opportunities. And passive income opportunities would be like, any type of mutual fund, index fund, ETF that is paying you without you actively having to do something. So those are the kind of opportunities that I like. And this is literally how the wealthy build wealth. The wealthy don't work a 9 to 5 thinking that this 9 to 5 is the end all be all. I have nothing against a 9 to 5. In fact, I actually still have a 9 to 5. But I realized that my 9 to 5 needs to be funding my early retirement. So I'm like semi-retired. Like luckily I'm at a point where, I don't need the job anymore, but it's very easy and I can do it, remotely from pretty much wherever I am in the world. So it's like, why not? It's free money. But the goal is for most people, or at least it should be, and at least the goals from most millionaires that I've been reading about and have actually met, is that the goal is not to make money only to pay bills. And the goal is to make money to invest it into companies and investments and passive income opportunities that end up growing to a point where the monthly income is great enough to pay for the lifestyle, and therefore you can retire whenever you choose to. So another thing you can do, another make money online opportunity or side hustle, however you want to look at it, is online courses. And I've invested in a lot of courses over the years, and I cannot tell you how much value I've gotten out of these different courses. By the way, if you guys are enjoying the content, please drop a quick like for the video. And if you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel. I've received so much value from these different online courses. It's unreal. In fact, I've taken some online courses where I was like, you know what? I got more value out of this online course than I did from attending college. And some of these online courses are just so freaking valuable. It's unreal. And, so I see value in the course itself, but also value in creating a course and selling them on platforms like Teachable, platforms like Lynda, platforms like Udemy. There's so many different platforms out there that offer different courses, and you would be surprised how much money you can make learning skills from platforms like Teachable and Lynda, and using those skills to make money from there, landing a higher paying position within your company, or even going to a different company or organization that's willing to pay you what you're worth now that you have this new skill set. I've acquired a lot of different skills that allowed me to earn. I probably increased my income by like 6 or 8 times over the course of like 4 or 5 years by literally focusing on acquiring new skills that I knew were high value skills. Most people don't have high value skills, and that's why they have a hard time making money. Most people don't have high value skills, and that's why they have a hard time making good money. So very true. You could also rent out your property, Airbnb, VRBO. These are different platforms you can use, to rent your property out, short-term renters, short-term leases. I don't know if they're short-term leases, but really you can rent your property out for short periods of time. Obviously, it depends on where you are in the country to see how profitable that could be for you. If you're in the middle of nowhere, maybe it's not so profitable. But if you're, you might just kind of like go on like Airbnb or VRBO and just search your city or your area and see what the rates are. Maybe you have a spare room, maybe a spare basement that you could rent out to, a college student or a mom, and make money off of square footage that you're not using. You could pocket a couple $100 or more per night, depending upon the location and the type of space that you're renting. YouTube is a great additional source of income. And, me speaking as someone who has coached many others on YouTube, and I have multiple YouTube channels, multiple monetized YouTube channels, I can attest to the power, the great earning potential from YouTube. And what a lot of people are sleeping on is YouTube Shorts. And YouTube is, once you are a part of the YouTube partner program, you can be monetized through YouTube to earn a monthly revenue stream with really no income limitations. And of course, you could take that income and invest in all your favorite ETFs, your SCHDs, your JEPIs, your JEPIs, all of your favorite index funds. And, because a lot of people kind of end up they fall into this, what is it, lifestyle creep. You're making more money, you're increasing your income, and you're also increasing your expenses. And that's not winning, right? Because yeah, you got all this nice stuff, but are you really getting ahead? And I think it's real wise to think long term about whatever you're doing, because the goal, I would think, is to get ahead. And when you're really getting ahead is when you're seeing how much income you make per month increase, while also increasing your net worth and not necessarily increasing your expenses. And if you can also see your passive income streams increase, like for example, when I do dividend investing, I'm looking at stocks that pay dividends, ETFs that pay dividends, SCHD, VOO actually pays a small dividend, but the goal for VOO is not really the dividend payment. It's just because it's a small amount. It's more like I want to have some capital appreciation from the S&P 500 stock market holdings. So that's that. But I'm also holding other stocks like, Texas Roadhouse, which pays a very good dividend, and they're growing the business. Other stocks like I ended up deciding, I'm going to exit some positions of some dividend paying stocks just because the dividend was great, but the appreciation, the capital preservation from the stock value was not there. So for example, AT&T paid a great dividend. Well, it did, but the stock price, it kept going down, and I held it for years. Verizon had a great starting yield, and that was a key thing between Verizon and AT&T. They had both great starting yields, and so they were attractive. But the stock price didn't hold, and so it's like, yeah, you're getting a great dividend payment, but the stock price didn't hold. So was it really as good as you thought it was? So I personally fell for that dividend trap. I won't do that going forward. I know I'm better off going with companies that pay a lower starting yield dividend payment with a much higher growth rate. And then I'll make up the dividend growth. I'll make up that dividend yield with the dividend growth rate going forward, because most of these companies who are strong, they will continue to increase their dividends over, long periods of time. They will increase their dividend like once a year. And if they do that, even if you got into a company like Apple, maybe that pays a dividend that's, actually, well, we could look at Apple, we could look at Microsoft, we could look at any of these companies that offer a low starting yield, but look at their growth rate. Because if you start off investing in an ETF or a stock that pays a dividend, but the starting dividend yield is like 1%, it's like big whoop, right? But the cool thing about that is if they're growing that dividend consistently, the longer you hold it, the higher that yield ends up being. And if you hold it long enough, not only does the yield increase, you might start off at 1%, but then you look back, 3, 4, 5, 6 years later, wow, my real yield is more like 3%, 4%. Plus, if the stock is actually appreciating, which it should if you're buying quality companies, not only are you getting paid, on a regular basis through these monthly dividend payments, but your net worth is also increasing because the underlying stock value continues to increase and climb. So, and I got a list of stocks that are meeting that criteria if you guys are interested in that. But YouTube Shorts, let's go back to that. A lot of people are sleeping on the fact that YouTube is now paying people to upload shorts, to create shorts. Why? Well, YouTube's trying to compete with other platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels and whatnot. And I think YouTube's doing a real good job of, making their presence be known. And people are making lots of money. And if you know what you're doing, you can make money off of YouTube, even if you don't want to be on camera. You can make money on YouTube making shorts, even if you don't even want your voice on to be, if you don't want to speak, even if you don't want to be on camera. And there's so many different ways of doing this. In fact, I've actually, coached people, and I'm doing it myself too. You're making money on YouTube from day one, like setting up affiliate marketing accounts on platforms like Digistore24. Maybe you set up an account with ClickBank. Maybe you set up an account with CJ.com or Commission Junction. You can even set up an account with Amazon, because Amazon's got an affiliate program. There's so many different places where you can set up affiliate accounts and earn commissions off of the products that you refer sales to. So if you guys are getting value out of this video, definitely drop me a like, and also consider subscribing to the channel if you like content like this. So imagine you set up these accounts, set up these affiliate accounts at, like, Amazon or ClickBank and whatnot, and you start making shorts. And imagine, like, you actually can get, imagine you can get paid for repurposing existing content. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, a lot of people don't even realize, like, you don't have to make your own brand new YouTube videos in order to make money on YouTube and in order to make videos on YouTube, right? That, to me, is pretty freaking dope. Oh wait, Jonas said, I want to know your thoughts. Is it a good idea to invest in physical gold bars? Is it a good idea? I would ask you this. Why are you investing in physical gold bars? That would be my very first question. Do you feel like gold will be worth more in the future? Do you have a safe way to protect that gold? Those are just a few preliminary questions I would ask before I could even attempt to answer that question on whether or not I would invest, or do I think it's a good idea to invest in physical gold bars. With any investment, you always want to ask yourself, why am I investing in this? Am I just doing it because I heard you could make money? Does this investment make sense? Like, there's a lot of things I will want to ask myself before investing in anything. You work hard for your money, so you want to make sure that, like Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank says, when I send money, when I send these dollars out, when I send these, each dollar is a soldier. When you send a soldier out, you want to bring more soldiers back. So, got to make sure it makes sense, not only to other people, but make sure that the investment makes sense to you. Like, why are you doing it? The why is almost more important than the investment itself. So that investment needs to make sense to you. Anyway, so going back to the YouTube shorts though, like, you could literally take a brand new channel. Like, I've done this. I've done this a lot. In fact, take a brand new YouTube channel, creating it in minutes, create a brand new YouTube channel, and repurposing existing videos, and re-uploading them as shorts, and then, driving traffic to your affiliate links. And imagine this. Imagine, and there's plenty of deals like this, right? So imagine you find a deal teaching dogs how to train your dog to behave in, like, 24 hours, right? Now imagine how many people would love to train their dog who has an untrained dog, an untrained puppy. They would love to, teach their dog how to, sit and behave and not tear up the house, right? So imagine you find this program that teaches people how to do that, right? And this program pays an affiliate commission of, say, $50, right? And this is not unheard of. In fact, $50 is like nothing. Like, I found so many different affiliate deals that pay, hundreds of dollars. And depending upon the value of the item, some of these affiliates will pay you over $1,000 per sale. But anyway, so imagine $50, right, for sending people over to, or $50 per sale for every person that you sent who ended up buying this program that teaches, people how to train their dog in like 24 hours, right? So imagine, like, how would you get this product in front of people who would want to buy that? Well, you need to get in front of a lot of people, right? Obviously, you're not going to ring a bunch of doors. Technically, you could, but the smart thing would be to create a channel that is serving content to people who are interested in puppies or pets in general, or, things like that, right? So if you repurpose shorts, for example, and your shorts were, showing all sorts of pet related stuff, and those pet videos got thousands, millions of views, well, think about how many people are watching those videos who probably have a pet who would love to train it. Well, you can leverage that. And basically, you just kind of tie your affiliate link to that short, or to your bio page on your YouTube channel, and you drive all that traffic to your affiliate link. And then all of a sudden, bing, let's just say because usually the conversion rate for people to end up buying a product is like anywhere from 0.5% to anywhere from 0.5% to 1%. So in other words, if you send 100 people, if you send 200 people to your affiliate product, Generally speaking, based on the 0.5 to 1% conversion ratio, you should get anywhere between 1 and 2 sales off of the people who end up clicking that link. That's for every 200 people. Well, guys, I have literally created brand new YouTube accounts and created shorts where I've repurposed content, and I'll get like 1,000 views on one short on an account I created in one day. In fact, on an account I created in like a couple of minutes, and the account wasn't even like a day old. So, and that's just like one video. So imagine like you make all these different videos and you're driving all this traffic to these affiliate links and stuff like that. And people end up, buying this stuff because it's valuable to them, but they didn't know about it if it weren't for you. And so this is why affiliate offers exist. They reward you. These companies reward you for sending them traffic, and you can use YouTube Shorts to do that. You can use, Instagram, TikTok, like all of these different platforms exist. Facebook, you can use all these different platforms to drive traffic to your affiliate links, and that's a very profitable business model. But a lot of people don't look at YouTube as a business, and a lot of people look at side hustles and starting a business as it being so intimidating, and it can be, especially if you don't have a direction. But Jonas asks, what was your first ever side hustle? My first ever side hustle was, I think I was like 12 or something like that. And I would literally chill in front of these grocery stores. I'm from New York, and I would chill in front of these grocery stores, and these grocery stores, they wouldn't let you, take the grocery cart beyond a certain part of the grocery property, because basically a lot of the homeless, the bums, would basically steal the carts and kind of live out of them, or at least put a lot of their stuff in there, or take the cans, because back in the day you used to have all these cans on the side of the road. People would just like drink a soda and throw it out on the street, and they would go and recycle cans. Well, they would take the shopping carts and fill them with cans so that they could recycle the cans for 5 cents each. And so a lot of the bums would take the shopping carts and use them for their own personal needs. So the grocery stores will kind of like barricade off the property, so the shoppers could use the grocery carts in the store and kind of take them out to the edge of the property, but they couldn't get to the car. So I will wait for customers to come out, get stuck there with 20 or 30 bags of groceries, and I would literally, as a 12-year-old kid in New York, just like help people with their bags to the car. And I wouldn't even ask for any money, but everyone would pretty much just tip me for helping them out. So that was like my first side hustle. Anyway, so hope that answered your question. But yeah, so YouTube Shorts, YouTube videos, YouTube as a business is real. I'm gonna share more information with you guys, because I'm getting more and more people hitting me up, and I'm helping a lot of people, and it's fun, and it's really cool to see people actually making progress, and especially people who have told me, dude, man, I've been thinking about doing a side hustle forever. I've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, but I didn't know how to start, or I don't want to get in front of the camera, or all these different reasons for not knowing how to start, or knowing if this side hustle thing was for them, or I'm 50 years old and I thought it was too late for me. And I'm like, man, like, it's just so cool to see people light up after they realize, oh wow, number one, this thing works, but number two, it's not too late. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. I hope you guys got some value out of this video. If you did, drop a thumbs up for the video. Also consider subscribing to the channel, and share this video with somebody who you think could get some value out of it. And if you guys got questions for me, want me to make some future videos with topics you want me to talk about, well, let me know what those topics are. Hit me up in the comment section down below. Share your side hustle, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Be safe.